verse 9. I am the pure fragrance in earth and the brightness in fire. I am the life in all existences and the austerity in ascetics. Sri Krishna shows that the essence or salt of everything is God. Sweetness is the essence of cooking, because if there is no sweetness in food, then the food will not taste nice. This sweetness betters all other tastes. In the same way, the Supreme Soul is the essence of life. All the species are needed in life, such as claim, beauty, power, wealth, knowledge, etc. All these are the spices of life, and they are necessary, but God is the sweetness in all of these and in life. Until no sweetness is applied, then there is no enjoyment out of the other spices. Sri Krishna says that in this verse that He is the pure fragrance in earth. We saw earlier that sa gandhavi prithvi, anything that has a smell, has its smell coming from the earth. Out of the smells of the earth, Sri Krishna says that He is the pure fragrance. There are a lot of potentialities of good smells and bad smells in the earth. Even if you look at life, then you will see that it is just a set of potentialities and a set of possibilities. Life is heavy with possibilities. You can be whatever you want to be. God has given you the power to fulfill your wishes. God has given you the power to perform the activities. God said that this is the power to fulfill your wishes, and this is the power to perform your activities. Now you do what you do wish to do and become what that you wish to become. There are a lot of potentialities. Each and every person has a lot of potentialities. How much have we bloomed that the potentialities and possibilities line with us? How much have we fulfilled our potentialities and possibilities? Sri Krishna says that He is the pure fragrance in the earth. Thinkers give the example that if you plant a lemon seed and a mango seed on the same earth, then both will grow. If you wait 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, then when the fruits become the lemons, they will become bitter, and the mango will become so sweet. Both of the plants have been grown on the same ground with the same water, same soil, and they've had the same air. Yet one of the seeds becomes a lemon tree and the other seed becomes a mango tree. Both of these powers are there. Both the bitterness of lemons and the sweetness of mangoes are in the earth, but we have pulled them according to the seeds we have inside us and have progressed. Ram and Ravan were both here on this earth. In the same way, within us there is a seed of Ram and also a seed of Ravan. Within us there is a seed of Krishna and also of Kamsa. This body is also a field. What have we grown in the existence that is our lives? What have we cooked up? What have we pulled? All of the equipment was ready for us. Shri Krishna says that He is of pure fragrance in the earth, and this shows that one should be able to select. Shri Krishna shows that we have a choice. When one who has used his right of choice in the right way and progresses on that path, then Shri Krishna will be able to be seen on that path. Where there is purity in life and where there is a pure fragrance, then Shri Krishna will be there. That is why if there is a great saint or a person who has lived such a divine life, who has sweated and has spent the times in his life for society, then the Supreme Soul will be seen in such a person's life. Great saints say that smells can be of different types. Modak, which is sweet, mahak, which is addictive, unmadak, drawing away, and pavitra, pure. Which smell have we kept? Has it been modak, mahak, unmadak, and pavitra? There is a very famous example. One time some girls were bathing in the river and Shukdevji was passing by. The clothes of the girls were by the banks. When Shukdevji passed by, then the girls carried on bathing just like they were. Shukdevji had gone, and after a while it is written in some scriptures that Vyasji or Naradji in some scriptures walked by. The girls hurried and put their clothes back on. Vyasji asked them, "When my son, who is aged 16 or 17, is walking past, then you are doing what you were doing before, without coming back to put your clothes on. But when I, a knowledgeable and elder person, who is the father of such a detached person as Shukdev, walk past, then you run and quickly put your clothes on. Why?" The girls gave a very nice answer. They said, "Vyasji, you are pure and knowledgeable, and we have no doubts about this. But this is our natural reaction, and the reason for the reaction is that in your mind there is a difference between a man and a woman, whereas this difference is not in Shukdevji's mind. Because he does not have this difference in his mind, we felt very comfortable with him. However, this difference is in your mind. Even if you are not covetous or do not have lust in your eyes, deep down in your mind, this difference is there. Because this difference is there, our natural reaction is that we should get our clothes on. This is purity." Yeah, you can see. This is a very true fact. Psychologists say that a person can forget everything else in life, but he can never forget the difference between a man and a woman. Guruji gives an example to show this. Let us say that 25 years ago, Guruji moved from the villages of Gujarat to Mumbai. He got a train from Ahmedabad, and there was someone sitting next to him on the train. The train journey from Ahmedabad took 12 to 15 hours, and he did a lot of talking with the person next to him. He asked the person their name, where they lived, and what they did, what business they were doing, what job they were doing, who was in their family, what children they had, etc., etc. He found out everything about that person. He remembered the person's face well because he spent 12 to 15 hours with him on the train. When both of them reached Mumbai Central Station, they both said that they will meet up and keep in touch. But when people arrive in Mumbai, then there's not much time. They don't have a lot of time for this. You do not get to meet at the end. 25 years later, you have memories of the time when you met this person on the train to Mumbai, how you came to Mumbai and the person that was there and what you talked about. But now you have forgotten everything about that person, who that person was. You have forgotten what his name was, where he lived, how many children he had, what he did for a living, what his face looked like. But there is one thing that you will never forget, and that is whether he was a man or a woman. This difference is so deep-rooted in human beings. Shukdevji did not even have this. This fragrance is one of purity. There is only one measure of purity, and that is whatever suffers for a person is pure for that person. That is a simple and straightforward thing. Cleanliness is different, and purity is different. Vinod Bhaji always gave an example of this. 2 saris are placed in front of a youth. One sari is of pure silk with golden embroidery. It's quite expensive and has been washed in the laundry. If this sari is sold in a market, then it would cost approximately 20,000 rupees. But this is the sari of a prostitute. The second sari is plain, simple and white. It has been torn in 2 or 3 places. If someone tried to sell it in the market, they would not even get 2 rupees for it. But this sari belongs to that youth's mother. If this youth was asked which out of these 2 saris are pure, then what answer would the youth give? No matter if the first sari is clean, expensive, washed in the laundry, and everything else, the person wearing that sari has done nothing for the youth, whereas the youth's mother has suffered for him, and therefore the youth's mother's sari is purer for the youth. There is a very big difference between the cost and the value. If we have suffered for God, then God will say that we are pure for him. Sri Krishna says in this verse that he is the brightness in fire. Over here, the brightness is the power to burn. If there was no brightness, then what use would be the fire? Sri Krishna also says that this verse, that he is the life in all creatures. He is the élan vital in all existences. This is his form. The power through which human beings can run all activities is the power of life, or the life force. Life does not run from the body. Life does not run from eating and drinking. A life needs to be there by which existence runs. If this life existence was not there, then all of this eating, drinking, etc., the body would just lie there. Rakna ramakta mra ramne rapta rakere. The toys of ashes were placed there while playing by my Lord, Sri Ram. Sri Krishna says that he is this life in all existences. One can only see the creatures. One cannot see their lives. Scientists have made many efforts and have conducted many experiments to find out what goes away when life goes away. They have tried to search for the answer and have taken photographs. They try to get these photographs, but they cannot understand what this life existence is. When a person is very close to death, then the scientists would get that permission of their relatives after telling them that in 10 or 15 minutes their case will be finished. They would keep the body inside a closed, packed and sealed glass case. They would then monitor this. Of course the body will get oxygen and everything else. The scientists would monitor this, and when the blood circulation finishes and a person dies medically, then this scientist would once again examine the glass case to see if anything has been left inside the body. This is because when a person was living, then the scientists know how much was inside the body, for example, the percentage of oxygen and everything else. They checked to see what was left in the body after the person's heart stopped beating. They checked to see what happened and what came out of the body. They could not find an answer. The only success they got was in one area, and this was that in the glass cabinet they got to see a small crack. But apart from that, they could not find anything else. Even now these experiments have been going on for years, but scientists have not been able to find out what goes away when life goes away. God is a life in all existences. When Sri Krishna says that he is austerity in aesthetics, what is this austerity? The word austerity in Sanskrit is tap, and tap is defined as dvanda shashvishnu, meaning that austerity is ability to endure difficulties. Austerity is their ability to endure difficulties for any activity. This is the attitude of a person that has decided his goal in life and that he will definitely achieve it, and that if he has to tolerate difficulties for this, then he will do so. Such an attitude is austerity. Austerity is taking on difficulties proactively and voluntarily. The fast that we do on Ekadashi, the 11th lunar day of Shukla, or Krishna Paksha, fortnight of every lunar month in the Hindu calendar, is tap, or austerity, because nobody has forced us to do it. Nobody has told us that we have to remain hungry and not to eat for a whole day. If one gets hungry at midday on a usual day, then one will also get hungry at midday on Ekadashi. Yet the person would endure the sorrow of hunger because he has decided a goal for himself in life. That is why it becomes tap, or austerity. Nobody made the rishis leave their houses. They did not leave because their business was not making a profit, because their children were not listening to them, or because their wives were not understanding of them. They did not become men of renunciation because of this. It was not like that at all. They did this in order to attain the goal of their lives, and they prepared themselves to endure the difficulties of leaving their homes. That is why it is called austerity. Sri Krishna says that he is the austerity in aesthetics. And that is the end of verse 9.